When you think about the armed forces, you tend to think about weapons and fighting and death. Yet there is so much more than we hear about. Service members often leave their family in order to help other families, and they say it is hard, but they also said they felt pride and felt like they needed to help others even more than before. A fight will start because of jealousy and greed. Sometimes a war can start because of hatred, but sometimes it is just because you fear what you don't know. It is easy to fear a person that you don't know. The U.S. military travel all around the world and meet people from different countries and religions. They learn how other people live and how they can communicate with them. The U.S. military help our country and other nations. They provide food, shelter, they build schools because they know that education can save your life. Very often, people just need human interaction. Not many people know that, but the armed forces really encourage their members to volunteer in the USA and overseas, whether it is to clean the streets or help build a sewage system or even just to play soccer. You are aware of how lucky you are, but also how other people can be helped. Soldiers, sailors, and airmen have to move a lot in the U.S. or overseas, but they get to meet people from all over. The more you meet and experience new things, the more you know how to deal with differences because you create a bridge between people and opinions. When I asked soldiers and sailors what they learned, they often said they learned to learn a different point of view, that after getting to know new people, they felt more compassion and respect.
I think the military can create a more peaceful nation if they went out into, which they already do, but if they went out into communities, maybe help the police, maybe helped in times of peace to go out. I think that the Peace Corps is a great organization, and I also think that having our young people do at least 1 year of service for our country, either in the military or some kind of Peace Corps, would be extremely beneficial for our country.
I really had no idea what the military did besides going and getting the bad guys. Relationships with the local populations, we would go ahead and, for example, set up like a dental clinic or a medical clinic, and we'd invite community residents to come to these clinics free of charge, and we would have our doctors stationed there, and they would treat any of the children or adults that were having, medical issues. Another type thing we would do is provide food security for areas that were really poor and couldn't provide for themselves. So we would help the Iraqi military load up their big trucks with our food, and we would go and pass out kind of food baskets to all the residents in certain areas that needed it the most. Those were the type of missions that I really enjoyed doing. Because relationships, it's very challenging. But it's also when you do make those breakthroughs, when you do have the relationships built, they really kind of stand out, and you really can pat yourself on the back when you see little progress. And progress does not come overnight. It takes years and years and years of developing those relationships. And so when you see little communities change, when you see their mindset change, I think that's when you know you're starting to make a difference. And what's really interesting about the military is not one person can do it all. It's a huge teamwork environment.
When there is an earthquake, the U.S. Navy will send many medical ships like the USNS Comfort to help. It reminds us that at the end of the day, we are all humans.
We take the USNS Comfort to Central and South America. The countries vary a little bit.
We work with the ministries of health to be able to build a partnership of caring, a partnership of learning and education.
We made a promise to these countries that we visited that in any time that they're going to have a need for us to come down and help them, that we would be back.